Good morning. I was planning to vlog today, but I wasn't planning on vlogging quite this early. I can't remember the last time I was up before sunrise. Been up at sunrise, especially through the winter when the sun comes up later. But it's been a while since I've literally been up before the sun. It is starting to get ever so light outside. I did not sleep well, probably because I was worried about oversleeping. I've got an early morning doctor's appointment. Not even that early, but I'm so just exhausted by Friday that having to be up and doing anything before 9 a.m., let alone having to be at the doctor's office by 9 a.m., just felt like that was really gonna be pushing it. And it's my cardiology follow-up today, so I don't want to miss it, because this is when I'll get the results of all of the tests. So it's an important appointment. Teaching yesterday went fine, as well as can be expected. I do really like my students. I'm still just so incredibly anxious about being in the classroom this semester, but I do really like my students. And it seems like every class there's just a moment with at least one of them where someone will come up after class to ask a question or say thank you or just somehow make me feel good about what I'm doing. So that helps. But I am still very exhausted teaching. By the end of the last class yesterday, I was just so tired and just like having to just tell myself, just put one foot in front of the other. You just have to get to your car. You just have to get home. Once you are home, it's Thursday night. You can relax for the next 4 days. Well, work for 2 of those 4 days, relax for 2. But like you've got 4 days before you have to turn around and be back in a classroom. I just feel like those 4 days don't, Friday through Monday, they don't recharge me enough for Tuesday. And so then Wednesday, I try to rest some more, but Wednesday is also a work day. I've got work I have to do. And then I'm back in the classroom on Thursday. With just teaching 1 day was fine. I was able to adjust to that. So I'd go to class on Thursday. I'd be really tired Thursday night. I'd be a bit tired on Friday, feeling like a minor kind of fibro flare on Friday, but not bad, still manageable. And because it's Friday, I wouldn't feel like I had all this pressure to get a ton of work done on Friday. And then I'd have the weekend to rest. And then I'd have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to work from home and get a lot done at the beginning of the week and continue to rest and recharge. And so by Thursday, I'd feel like, okay, I'm ready to be back in the classroom. I'm physically ready to do this again. That's not the case this semester. I'm a little worried about that. I had already seen some teacher friends saying that, it's week 4, but it feels like week 14. Like we're so tired and so burned out, it feels like it should be the end of the semester. So yesterday in class, and I think I mentioned that in the last vlog. And so yesterday in class, I told my students that that's how, the teachers I know are feeling. And I was curious, like, is that the student experience as well? And all of them were just like tiredly nodding their heads. Like, yes. That's exactly how we feel too. It feels like it should be much later in the semester. So it's clearly not just a faculty thing. So if you are faculty, just know that about your students. They're probably feeling the same way. It's one of the reasons why I'm extending so much grace and compassion towards my students, because even if they feel a fraction as tired as I feel, that's still a lot. And so we're all just trying to survive, basically. I have a little bit of time before I need to get ready for my appointment. So I want to get my work laptop and go sit down in my chair with a cozy blanket and my heating pad on my back. I'm going to do some draft reviews. I've been really strongly encouraging my students to send me their drafts. Their rough drafts. Their final drafts are due next week. And so I have a growing stack in my inbox of drafts to review. So I'm going to start working on those right now. I'm going to make some coffee because I can't stop yawning. I'm going to sit down, get cozy, and just get through as many drafts as I can this morning. done at the doctor's appointment. Everything was fine. Everything's fine. I'm just too tired to deal with everything. The saga continues. They did, I'm actually kind of impressed. I wasn't sure like what result I was actually hoping for. Like obviously I wish everything was normal, but I've just had this feeling that everything's not normal. So I was afraid that the test would say that it was normal and then I'd be left wondering like, but is it really? But no, actually, for the first time, things aren't normal. Things aren't bad. Things aren't terrible, but they did actually find that my heart was skipping some beats, or it gets really skippy and fast. Or the patch that I wore for a week did actually catch it a few times, and I only felt it once. So it must be doing it times that maybe I'm sleeping or times that it's so subtle that I can't feel it, but it is doing it. So they're putting me on a low dose of some medication. I can't remember the name of it. It should calm that down. I'm getting a really like a fraction of the maximum dose that they can give. So he said I shouldn't have any side effects, but it should be just enough to kind of chill things out. And I ended up not even seeing the cardiologist. I saw the physician's assistant. The cardiologist was dealing with an emergency, and they were like, you can reschedule or you can keep waiting. And I'm like, I'm already woke up. I'm already here. I've already paid the copay. So I'll wait. And then it wasn't that much longer. I just pulled up the book I'm reading on the Kindle app on my phone. And then it wasn't that much longer before the physician's assistant came in. He went over all my results. He said the ultrasound of my heart was fine. All the muscles look good. Everything with that was normal. And so that was good. There's nothing like, I kind of knew that something was coming because he's like, there's nothing structurally wrong with your heart. And I'm like, okay, so is there something non-structurally wrong? And then that's when he got into the results of the Holter monitor, because my stress test was also perfectly normal. So those two tests came back completely normal. And he's like, there's nothing structurally wrong with your heart, but here's what we noticed on the Holter monitor. He said that the risk of not taking anything to help it, the risk of just ignoring it, would be that over time, the frequency of when it starts skipping like that and the duration of how long it skips would get longer. He said some people have what they were noticing on my Holter monitor. Some people have those periods lasting for like an hour, whereas for me, it's literally never more than 5 seconds. It's usually like 3 seconds. They feel like really long seconds, but it's usually just only about 3 seconds. But it'll beat just really fast for those 3 seconds. And sometimes it's pretty strong and really noticeable, and other times it's not. So, yay. They caught something. I wish it was normal. I wish I didn't have to go on another medication, but at least I know it's not all in my head. That's what was starting to get really frustrating, was just this feeling of this is going to be one more thing where I have noticeable symptoms, but I go to the doctor and they tell me it's normal. It's like, this doesn't feel normal. So I am, not that I want to have skipping heartbeats, but I am relieved at least that it's not in my head. It is real. They have caught it, and now I can be treated for it. It is now 10:16. I'm going to go to Whole Foods and get my Whole Foods done. I'm just so tired. I literally could burst into tears right now. Not because I'm that stressed or that upset about anything, but I'm just that tired. I literally cannot cope right now. So I have like next to no Whole Foods list because I'm not prepared. So Whole Foods is going to be fun. Also just had to spend $135 in the cardiology office because there were some things that got bounced back to them that are being applied towards my deductible. So I get to pay them. It's not bad. And I've got my FSA. So like, it's not a problem, but it's just like, I wish all of this stuff, I wish I could know this before I go to appointments. But you never know
like literally, like they make stuff up as they go along. So you never know what is going to be applied towards your deductible, what they're going to cover. So I don't know. I've got a double bill I'm going to have to pay at my physical therapy because there was something from 2 years ago that they decided they weren't covering. And all last year, we kept going back and forth over who was actually responsible for it. Finally came back and told me I am, so I get to pay that today. And then Whole Foods. And then if I go to Target to get my prescription, I'm also going to shop at Target. So today is going to be an expensive day. But at least all the medical stuff can be reimbursed through my FSA. So anyway, there's your update. That's how today is going. I'm not angry. I'm not upset. I probably sound like I am. I'm just tired. I'm just tired on the drive here. It feels so nice out. Like, it's just so nice to wear a hoodie and a hat. And it's not that cold. It's not like I necessarily need a hoodie and a hat, but I can wear them. And I'm enjoying that. And just thinking that it's going to be 78 degrees in like 10 days. Less than that. Y'all, I'm not ready for my seasonal depression to start back up again. I feel like I only just got over that and just had the regular depression. And I'm still dealing with getting the regular depression, like, in a better place and just feeling like calmer and happier and like, okay, I'm not ready for the seasonal depression to come back. I'm really, really not. So yeah, that's how my morning is going. I'm just a jumble of emotions and don't really know which way is up as far as my mind is concerned. But I don't know. I'm trying to treat the doctor's office just now as a bit of a win, in terms of while I don't want to have an actual heart condition of any level of severity, at least it's not in my head. And at least now I can be treated for it and hopefully it won't be an issue anymore. So yeah, I'm going to focus on the positive. I'm going to put my relaxing piano music back on, go get myself to Whole Foods, probably look up the pharmacy phone number first. I've got 2 hours before I have to be leaving for physical therapy. So I might have time to do both Whole Foods and Target if I stop talking to you guys. So I'm going to do that and I will check with you guys later. Okay, I'm going to try to make this quick. Since I last saw you, I went to Whole Foods, bought myself some roses, which are different roses. They're small. They're called spray roses, which I am familiar with the concept, but I don't feel like I've seen them at Whole Foods. So it's 7 stems, but each stem has like multiple roses on it. And for 7 stems, it was $6. Like, I want, like, there's like 2 dozen of these roses, like, total in terms of buds, but there's only 7 stems. Like, my brain is just not processing it, but they're pretty. I like them. They're making me happy, so I bought them. It's basically how that works. So I went to Whole Foods, got everything I needed, dropped off the groceries, called Mom while I was putting the groceries away and while I was dealing with the roses and like cutting them and arranging them. Caught up with her a bit, told her what happened at the cardiology office, everything I told you guys in the car. And then I went to physical therapy. That went fine. and then I went to Target. It didn't get anything worth showing, so I'm not going to do a haul. It's all like really boring stuff. And I know you guys like the boring stuff, but like literally it's like shampoo, conditioner, which you've seen in my product empties videos. I bought some light bulbs. I bought some cheese sticks. So, like boring stuff. Oh, I got my prescription. I was able to have that sped up. So I got that. It was only $13 and for a 3-month supply. So that's good. So I got that and then raced home, got home just in time to log on to the Zoom call that I wanted to listen in on for work. And so I listened to that while I had a sandwich as a late lunch, kind of starting to do some draft review. I've got 7 drafts left to review for my students. Well, I think an 8th one just got submitted. I told them all to do it. I just didn't think they'd all take me up on my offer. This is just a fraction of my total students, but I want to get through all the ones that have been submitted today. I want to get them done by tonight so that any that get submitted over the weekend I can do on Monday. I get a little overwhelmed when I look at what I need to do as far as grading and draft reviews. And I just have to remind myself that it will all get done. And worst case, I just extend their final deadline if I need more time to look through everything. It'll all be fine. I could stay and get them done right now, and I'd be done by like a reasonable time for clocking off. I'd be done by sunset, but I want to go for a hike. So it is currently 4:22. So I really want to go for a hike because I think I need that for my mental health right now. So I'm going to go enjoy this weather while it lasts, and then I'm going to come home, take a shower, get myself just completely cleaned up and cleaned off from the day. I've changed my clothes, but I just feel like I've been out and stuff and I just feel kind of gross. But I want to go hiking and enjoy that, and then I'll come home and take a nice hot shower, make something for dinner, and settle in to watch something relaxing on TV and then look at these drafts. That is the plan for the evening, but first let's go hiking. hike, another sunset, another time I don't want to leave the park. Feeling really good on the hike. Enjoying being out there. Was like not thinking about anything, not focusing on any of the stuff stressing me out. And then like the last 5 minutes, when I could see the equestrian center area and the parking lot beyond that, when I could see that again, I started getting just anxious. It's like, I don't want to go home. I want to stay out here. And like, obviously once the sun sets, like, you know, obviously I can't stay and it wouldn't be fun to spend the night out here, but like, I just want to freeze this moment and just stay here in this moment in time. The sun is setting. It's beautiful. It's already down to 59 degrees outside and it has just been so nice. I ended up going down a trail I haven't been down in ages. Oh, there's bugs. I'm gonna close the door. I've been down a trail that I haven't been down in ages, like years, like not since I first moved here. So I couldn't remember it exactly. I didn't have a map on me. I now do. I picked up a map. I don't know if I missed it. Either I missed a turn or I was almost to the point where I would go. Because when I was coming back, I passed by the sign that I first passed that made me think, oh, I'll just go this way. Check this out. It said 0.6 miles. I thought, oh, I can do that, to where it would then connect. And I knew that the trail to loop back wouldn't be that long. And so, yeah, long story short, I was worried I was going to run out of time. I normally would not try a new trail or a trail that I'm unfamiliar with when I have limited daylight left. That's normally like a morning thing, or if I come out here with like 2 hours. If I'd gotten out here at 4 like I originally intended, I probably could have done it. Looking at the map, once I made it back to the trailhead in the parking lot, I think I was really close and probably could have done the whole loops. I might try to do that this weekend. It just takes me out a totally different direction. So I hope you enjoyed some slightly different hiking footage. So yeah, I might try that trail another time. It was nice to do something a little different, but now the sun is definitely setting. The park has closed. I think it officially closed right now. I'm gonna get going because it's 5:59 and I think that's when the park closes. There's still a ton of cars here. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm the only one left. So yeah, I'm gonna drive home, enjoy what is left of the sunset as I do, and just have as relaxing of an evening as I can. But I still really want to get those drafts reviewed before I go to sleep tonight.
Okay, it is getting quite late. Well, not super late. It's only 9:18, but considering how tired I am and considering the schedule I've been keeping this week, 9 is quite late. I got through all the drafts that were in my email inbox, sent feedback to everyone. So I'm going to stop now. I'm going to go and go to bed very soon. But our question of the vlog, I think because it has felt like such a wobbly day today, what is your favorite quote or like motivational phrase or saying that you use or that you remind yourself of when you have a rough day or when you're really struggling? Like, what is the quote or the phrase that just reminds you that like you can do it? Let's share some words of encouragement. I'm trying to think of what my favorite quote is. I think I do just remind myself a lot that this too shall pass, both the good and the bad. So the good moments you have to really savor and enjoy because they'll pass. And the bad moments, you just have to kind of deal with it and get through it. Just hold on, it will get better. So I feel like this too shall pass has kind of become a bit of a cliche, but it is really, really true. And so earlier today, I was just reminding myself, you know, just hang on, you'll get through this moment. It'll be fine. It is just a moment. It's just a day. And it's not even the whole day. Like, I'm really trying to remind myself there were some really good moments today. So it wasn't that the whole day was bad. I think that's something we often can trick, our minds can trick us into thinking the whole day was horrible, when really it was just a portion of the day, or an hour of the day, or 5 minutes of the day that really, really sucked. But that doesn't mean the whole day was bad. And so I'm trying to remind myself that, like, yes, there were some rough moments today, but they were just moments. They're past. I'm now in a much calmer, more relaxed moment, and I'm okay. And there were some really good moments, like my hike was absolutely beautiful, and I really just wanted time to stand still. And it kind of did at some points. That just, I don't know, I'm loving hiking right now. Like, I've really found my love for it again. For so long I didn't really go hiking, or I didn't go very often. I made excuses, but hiking is one of those things that really does remind me to stay in the present moment and enjoy it as much as I can. This too shall pass is one of my favorite kind of quotes to use, cliche as it might be. But let me know, what are your favorite quotes or words of wisdom or things that you say to remind yourself that you can get through the hard times? I'd really love to know. And yes, before I ramble on any longer, I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you all later. If you've enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, all of that stuff. I would really, really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you all in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye.